All right, let's get this show started!
Construction is officially underway at the White House for UFC Freedom Fights 250. Workers were seen assembling what appeared to be part of a lighting structure Monday as crews build out a temporary arena expected to hold roughly 5,000 invited guests. The June 14th card is believed to be the first promotional sporting event ever held at the White House, and it lands on President Trump's 80th birthday. Strickland is back at it again. This time, the UFC middleweight champion was teaching the youth some valuable skills.
I'm teaching the youth valuable skills. No, dude, that's not. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now this way. Now you push it up.
Push it up.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, shoot.
Like this?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I mean, you would probably already know how to do that, so.
Could that, I mean, yeah, dude, it definitely can.
What's that mean?
I would imagine this is how an African rebel would feel as he's getting kids to load the belt-fed machine gun.
Also, during a recent live stream with Nina Drama, Strickland says he'd destroy Prime Anderson Silva if they fought.
How would a fight between you and Anderson Silva go?
Oh, I mean, I him up.
Okay.
I think there's a big level difference now. If you could take Anderson Silva and bring him into modern time, you would probably, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Every generation gets better and better and better. Now, so it's kind of one of those hard fights to say, well, would I beat this guy up? Well, yeah, like, naturally the sport's getting better.
Merab believes Georgio Poullas has the potential to become a UFC fighter. The two recently linked up on a live stream and went through several rounds of MMA sparring, with Merab dominating the action for 5 straight rounds. After the session, Merab told Georgio that he's better than some current UFC fighters and said that if he fully focused on MMA, he could eventually make it to the UFC.
What time is it in China?
What level of MMA would you say I'm at?
Bro, you UFC level, bro. You UFC level, bro, for sure. Because you've been training all your life, and then you're good. Just, I know.
Can I compete in the UFC?
You can, absolutely.
Yeah?
You can. There is guys worse than you.
In the UFC?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Yes. But, of course, we know you have to win couple professional fights and wait till your turn. And because you have name, maybe make some 3, 4, 5 fights, and then maybe hopefully short notice or contender series, out wrestling somebody, jump in the UFC. But to stay in UFC, this is hard.
Yeah.
You know, because they give you a 4-fight contract, and minimum you have to win 2, minimum to stay.
Wang Cong just went on a social media rampage against UFC women's flyweight champion Valentina Shevchenko. More than a decade ago, Cong handed Shevchenko a 3-round decision loss in a kickboxing bout at Kunlun Fight 33 in China. That fight marked Shevchenko's final kickboxing appearance before she moved on to the UFC. Shevchenko and her supporters have long believed that home cooking played a role in the decision, with Cong getting the win on her home turf. Still, the record books listed as a win for Cong, something she continues to lean on as she pursues a potential UFC showdown with the 2-time champion. Cong is not in action this weekend at UFC Macau, but she will be present as a guest fighter after being invited by the promotion. Shevchenko is also expected to attend, but according to Cong, the champion wants nothing to do with her longtime kickboxing rival. Cong claims the two were supposed to take part in a joint fan Q&A ahead of UFC Macau Fight Week, but says Shevchenko pulled out because she did not want to share the stage with her. Frustrated by the situation, Cong took to social media and accused Shevchenko of being a sore loser with no class. She wrote, "Valentina and I were originally scheduled to appear together at the UFC Macau fan Q&A. However, she submitted a request to UFC to opt out of the joint appearance, refusing to share the stage with me. As my defeated opponent, it's clear she's afraid I'll expose the truth behind her lies. She's a sore loser with no class, nothing more than a compulsive liar who can't handle defeat. Oh, and one more thing, I call her box office poison because boring fights are exactly what she's good at."
就在刚才，子弹跟 UFC 提要求，不愿与我一起同台，10年了，心眼还是一如既往的小。我对他一直抱着尊敬的态度，现在我对他的态度要改变了。他不配做冠军，没有冠军的格局，输了比赛就找各种原因，还胡说八道。现在我也要提要求，作为本土选手， 我对到上。
Conor McGregor is just 2 fights away from free agency. McGregor is set to return to the octagon on July 11th during International Fight Week at UFC 329 against Max Holloway following a nearly 5-year layoff. The fight will reportedly mark the second-to-last bout remaining on McGregor's current UFC contract, and, according to Ariel Helwani, that could create a potentially difficult situation for the UFC and President Dana White. According to Helwani, McGregor has refused to sign a new deal with the UFC. Speaking on his MMA show, Ariel said, "This is a massive, massive deal for the UFC and for Paramount Plus to get him back in the mix. Here's the big story. This is the big business story. Conor comes back, they didn't sign him to an extension. They wanted to, he didn't want to. Conor has 2 fights left. He's got this one on July 11th and then presumably one first or second quarter of 2027. And then what happens? McGregor remains the biggest star in MMA history, with global platforms like Netflix reportedly willing to pay huge money to secure him. For the UFC, however, this could become a serious problem. The promotion hasn't had a superstar on McGregor's level since his peak years. No fighter has sold pay-per-views like Conor, drawn attention like Conor, or matched his commercial impact. In fact, no MMA fighter has appeared on Forbes' highest paid athletes list since McGregor did back in 2021. And if McGregor beats Max Holloway, the UFC may be forced to do everything possible to keep him. What do you guys think of McGregor's future in the UFC? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for your daily dose of MMA. Catch you tomorrow.